Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So, hi. I've been a little bit quiet this week. I haven't been very well. I had a test for the virus. I don't have it. I'm good. So I didn't post a video on Wednesday. I started filming and honestly the sweat that was coming off me was insane. So I couldn't really film and be in front of all these lights and everything. So sorry if I do seem a little bit under the weather today, but I haven't been off completely. I've been kind of fixing my audio for you and changing my lights around a little bit. I feel really crooked and getting everything perfect for you all from your feedback. So thank you for that. Because I'm sick, what I thought I would do today is do a full face of Disney makeup. So I'm not going to paint myself like a character or anything weird like that. I'm just going to use all the Disney inspired products that I have. And I also want to do a kind of mini story time as I go about working for Disney and how working there kind of actually changed my life in a big way. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. It's just because I'm sick and I want to do something I enjoy and I don't want to take it too serious, you know. And I still want to give you some content. Just before we get into that today, if you don't know who I am, hi, my name's Robert, welcome. I'm a professional makeup artist on the spot. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? I'm a mess. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life, and it's my goal here to help you become a pro yourself or just someone who's really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then please consider subscribing. Also as well, just while I have some attention from you guys, I know I mention this a lot, but it's quite serious. People are being scammed on Facebook by fake profiles using my videos from my real Facebook profile and commenting on videos. When you share one of my videos, a fake profile of me comments like, "Congratulations, you've won a giveaway." I never do giveaways on Facebook. I never will. I'll never contact you. I'll never ask for card details, anything like that. So if you have fallen victim to this, I'm so sorry. First of all, please make sure that you contact your bank, check your bank account history, because apparently these companies are taking like $2, $3, $4, $5 everywhere, so you don't notice it. I've tried reporting the pages, the Facebook pages, but Facebook doesn't allow you to because I'm not verified on Facebook. We're trying to, but you can't report the page. So report the post. If there's a post that's like Robert's giveaway, just report the post individually as a scam. Because it's exactly what it is. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do a full face of Disney inspired makeup products. What I'm going to do green, like a green kind of look. My favorite Disney princess and my favorite Disney film ever is Princess and the Frog. Tiana is my favorite princess. I just think she's incredible. I think she's beautiful. I love her whole story. I love the songs from it, the singing voice, the lady who voiced her. Just love it, love it, love it, love it. Everything about it. New Orleans, I love New Orleans. It's just, yeah. So, so that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna talk to you about Disney in general. So I've done my brows and I've done my eye base. The first product I'm going to go in with today is one of my absolute favourite palettes I think I've ever owned. And this is a Sleeping Beauty palette from Besame Cosmetics. If you're not familiar with Besame, they do vintage inspired makeup. So the founder of Besame, basically she takes like real products from like the 30s, 20s, 40s, 50s, and she recreates the colours and puts them in these really incredible like vintage inspired packaging. I'll maybe do a video about them one day. But just absolutely, absolutely amazing. And they've done a few collections with Disney before. This is the Sleeping Beauty one. And it's basically the book from the beginning of the Sleeping Beauty film. And inside, you have your little mirror in there. But inside is Aurora. It's got a little thing over the front here. But it points to every shade. And it has a number of that shade. And then you have Maleficent on the next page here. And then her numbers. And then on the back is where all the shades are, and each shade is taken from the original artwork for Sleeping Beauty. So the creator went into like the Disney archives, and I believe Mac has done this before as well. They went into the Disney archives and she's taken all the colors that were originally in the film and put them into here. So you have shades that are like Aurora's leg, you know, and things like that. So this is a palette I'm going to start off with some of the greens, and then I'm going to be using my Cruella de Vil brushes from Spectrum. I actually got these this morning, so I'm really excited to be using them. So the brushes are black and white, just like Cruella's hair, which I think is really, really cool. I actually saw these on Soph Does Life on her channel, and I was kind of outraged at myself because I was like, how did I not know these existed? So I bought them, and I bought the Little Mermaid ones because why not? So I was actually meant to be going to Disney World in October in Florida It's my favorite time of year to go, especially America and Halloween. America knows how to do Halloween properly. So it's my absolute favorite time to go there and then go to like Universal and do horror nights and all this kind of stuff. But of course we had to cancel because of that disease that we can't name because we'll get demonetized. Virus, sorry. So hopefully next year. But as I said in the beginning, I actually worked for Disney World for 2 years, 2 separate occasions. And this is my story. So I think it was when I'm thinking I was 24. I can't remember, or I was 23. No, I was 24. It was a long, long time ago, and I was working for Mac. I was working in their Carnaby Street store and the Pro store. When it was like the small building, not the like 3-level one, 2-level one they have now. It was like the smaller one. And I can't remember what kind of boosted my like nostalgic mind, but I remember going to Disney World in the early 90s. I lived in Texas for a while, and while we were there, we went on vacation to Disney World. I remember I kept thinking about it for some reason, and I thought, let me do that thing, you know, when you used to buy, like, you would send off for like a Disney vacation DVD, and you'll get the DVD. Now you can just see them online, but you know, and I watched it and I was like, you know what, I really, really want to go. But being a 24-year-old, you know, and having friends who are like in the creative industries, you can't really have much of a holiday if you're trying to get your career going. So nobody really wanted to go with me. And at this time, I've been doing makeup for 6 years. I've been in the industry for 6 years already. And honestly, I was getting really tired of it. I was getting tired of working for free a lot of the time just to get my name out there. I was getting tired of the attitudes within the industry. Which, I mean, is something I don't think you can escape in any industry, to be honest. And I was like, you know what? I want a holiday. I really want a holiday. Let me just get away. So I was talking about it to a girl that I used to work with. Her name was Chloe, and it still is Chloe. And she was like, oh, you know, I worked there once. And I was like, what? Excuse me? Like, how do you get to work there? Being from the UK, I guess from being from any country and being able to work in America is quite like how did you do that, you know, kind of thing. And she was like, oh, she told me about this company that hire people to go and work in Disney World, to go and work in Epcot. And I was like, I really, really want to do this. So the company was called Yummy Jobs, and they basically deal with Disney jobs and things like that for people in the UK. So I was thinking, okay, do I really, I was very comfortable. I was living in London. I lived with my friends in this house. I had like my makeup career, you know, all this other stuff. And I was like, do I really want to take a year out and go and potentially end my career as a makeup artist? Because my clients, I wouldn't be able to see my clients for a year. They'll move on to someone else. Any jobs lined up, I would have to, you know, drop. And I came to the conclusion that I really didn't want to, until it was last minute. I was talking to another friend that I worked with. Her name was Jess. And we were sitting outside. This is when I smoked. I don't smoke anymore. And I was talking to her about it, and she was like, just do it. Like, fuck it, why not? I was like, you're right. It was the last day to send in my CV. So I sent in my CV. I was like, hey, I've done it. I can always say no, you know? Not that, I mean, getting this job was such a, I didn't realize at the time, was such a big deal. And the interview process was so nerve-wracking and so, it took a really long time, basically. It almost took a year from when I applied to when I actually got the phone call. I had 2 separate interviews. I was told I was on a waiting list to go out, but I was told something else. And a year later, I get a phone call, and I was actually doing a client's makeup, and I saw my phone ring because I was that unprofessional and over my job that I had my phone out. And I saw it was the number from this company. And I said to my client, I was like, I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I just take this call? It's really important. She was cute. She was like, no, go ahead, go and take it. It was them. And they were like, do you still want to go and work for Disney World? I mean, yes. Yeah, I do. Like, you get given an opportunity like that and you take it, you know? So I was really excited. You get given like a start date with a group of people, so you can talk to your group of people before you go out, and you just head out to Florida. But you have to do all this other stuff in between, like get your visa sorted out. You have to have a criminal background check because you're going to work for Disney and all this kind of stuff. So that was really cool. So I did that. The day came when I had to fly to Florida and, you know, leave my whole life behind, my whole makeup industry life, which I was really looking forward to. And the idea was that when I came back from Florida, I would be clear of mind and I won't go back to makeup. I was over makeup and I will have like a change of career. I'll find something to do, you know. And bear in mind, this was a time where YouTube and like Instagram and stuff like that wasn't really a thought. It wasn't maybe as popular as it is now, so that wasn't really a career option for me. So I fly out there and you have to share a room with somebody, and I was really lucky. I had the most incredible housemate from India, and he was working in Animal Kingdom because Animal Kingdom did this program too. So what I was doing was called the Cultural Representative Program. So if you've ever been to Epcot, they have the front of their park, which is like Future World, and the back of the park, which is World Showcase. And they have 13 different countries. Is it 13? I can't remember. Different countries, like miniature versions of those countries, and they hire people from that country to actually go and work there so you can talk about your country and share your culture and everything like that with guests. So that's basically what I was doing while I was there. But the great thing about having this job, you got free entry into the parks whenever you wanted to go. You got discount on all the merchandise. You guys know how I like to buy stuff all the time. And it was just really, really great. So while I was there, this is where the story gets like interesting. While I was working there, actually before, I was speaking to a guy called Craig who I was talking to on Facebook, and we kind of like interacted occasionally, whatever. And even before I went out there, I was like, okay, I kind of like this guy. He's going to be on the program, whatever. And I'm the kind of person where if I'm nervous, I'm more than likely going to be accidentally rude by accident, because I kind of go like within myself. So I remember meeting him for the first time. I was in full costume, and I was working on the merchandise side of Epcot. So you have the merchandise side and the food and beverage side, and there's the restaurant, the Rose and Crown pub. And he was working on the restaurant side, and I was on merchandise. So I was in my costume, and I met him at a bus stop, because the buses would take you into work. So it would take you like backstage, they called it. And I remember meeting him for the first time, and someone introduced us. I was like, yeah, great, I need to go to work. So that was the first time. Anyway, we kind of got to know each other a little bit better, and I would be working in a shop, and if you stepped outside, you could see across to the food and beverage bit, and he'll be working. I'll like wave at him occasionally, like, you know, and we'll do that backwards and forwards, and we basically just started to like, you know, see each other and hang out together. And you would hang out with really everyone you worked with. Occasionally, I didn't really like to. There was a lot of people with very high opinions of himself for some reason. So that was nice. So we got to know each other, and then we basically did our whole year program together. We had the best time out there. It was a great year. And when we moved back to the UK, I actually really missed makeup. I really, really missed doing it. But that year I fell in love with, you know, Disney World. I thought it was incredible. I love theming. I love buying things. I love buying merchandise, you know? So it's kind of everything I really liked. I loved the history of it. I loved everything like that. It was kind of sad to leave. But when we got back, we both moved to London together. Just before we move on, I'm going to go into my Colourpop designer collection, Midnight Masquerade. That's how it looks inside. There's all the princesses. I'm thinking Tiana actually has a little bit of yellow, or like a beigey yellow incorporated into her. Is there one in the Sleeping Beauty palette? Before we go into that palette, let me just dip back into the Sleeping Beauty palette. So we moved to London. Then I kind of started to do YouTube, and I set up my Instagram and everything like that, because at the time James, my brother, who you all know, was doing YouTube and was really enjoying it, and I was like, that looks really fun, let me try and do the same. I wasn't taking it as seriously as he was, maybe, which maybe I should have done earlier. But then I started to review brands and products and everything like that, and then I remember one day this brand opening in Covent Garden, and it was called Mina, spelt like 3INA. Oh, that's a very nice colour. And it was like a really affordable, really, really nice brand. And I think they were having like an opening day or something. So I just walked in and I bought some bits, and I thought, you know, let me review this. It'll be a great review for my YouTube channel to try and get some views. Like, you know, new brand opening. And I reviewed her products, and I absolutely loved them. It was so incredible and so affordable. And I remember looking at the highlighter, and it was like this gold highlight. I think it was 201. You know me, if I like a product, I get really, really excited about it. And this one, I liked it so much. I teared up. I was like, this is such a great highlighter. Everything about the experience was incredible. The staff was so nice in there. And it just seemed really, really welcoming. It was very different to how you expect makeup shops to be when you walk in, especially as somebody who came from working with MAC, you know, where it can be quite an intimidating place to walk into. Oh, I'm using the shade Mama Odie from this palette, the Colourpop one. Yeah, and then one day I was working and this lady just goes to me, this is like a good few, maybe a month after I posted the video. She was like, oh, excuse me, are you Robert Welsh? I was like, yes, what have I done? And she was like, oh, my name's, I won't say her name just in case. She was basically in charge of this brand, Mina, in Australia. And she was setting up the brand in Melbourne Central, the shopping centre in Australia, of course. And we got talking, and she said she'd seen my review, and that's how she knew who I was. And she loved, like, how much I love her products. And my review and how good the review was. Not good as in I gave it a good review. She liked how I reviewed her products. And then we were talking. It was a really nice chat. And then she said to me, if you ever think about coming to Australia, let me know. I was like, oh, I will, just thinking that she was just being a nice person, and she gave me her card, and I never really did anything with it. I was just, I was like, great, someone's seen my video and they liked it. Then I don't know how she found me on Twitter. I guess she typed in my name and found me on Twitter, and she was like, it was great to meet you. Also, I'm serious. Like, if you ever want to come to Australia, we would love to have you as part of a team or something like that. Would you consider it? And I was like, well, I'm not like a travel-y person. Like with Florida, I knew where I was going. I knew exactly what I was, going to be doing. Well, I guess not really. So the thought of it did kind of scare me a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. So I thought about it. Because they were going to pay for both of us to go out there. They were going to set us up in the hotel for the first month until we found somewhere to live. And it was just like the perfect setup almost. Sorry, I got loads of glitter in my eyelashes. So we did it. We basically moved to Melbourne. We moved to South Yarra, I wanted to pronounce it as, in Melbourne. We were there for a while. And we both really liked it. We loved Melbourne. We loved the people. We loved the people that we worked with. They were incredible. Everything was great. But then we really started to miss home. It was almost like an exact time difference. Like, we would be waking up and our friends and family would be going to bed. So we didn't really have much time to speak to them unless it was like our days off or something. We both come from like lifestyles where we love seeing our friends and we love being with our families. So it was really difficult. I'm going to come back and finish our eyes after I do the skin. So we decided to move home, basically after that, move back to the UK. And after we made the choice, like maybe like a few days after, Craig gets like, I can't remember how the discussion happened, but they basically wanted cast members who worked for Disney to go back to the restaurants again and do another program. But this time we could like cut out the middleman basically and have one interview with somebody who worked in Disney and then go straight from there. They asked Craig if he wanted to go back, and Craig was literally like, yeah, can Robert come too? And they were like, sure, why not? So oh, I forgot to talk to you. I'll talk to you about my job in Australia and maybe in another video, but it was great. It was so incredible. I got to do so many things and meet like some incredible people. So we were like, why not? We haven't got any like what's the word? We don't have like jobs at home. We don't have rent to pay at home. We don't have kids or whatever. What's it called? You got no responsibilities. That's it. When we get home, let's go home, get like just some part-time jobs for like a few months. I'm filming on the wrong setting. I'm sorry if the focus has been off. I'm filming wrong. So we did it. We went home. We went back to England and got jobs just to support ourselves just for a few months, knowing that we would actually be leaving. I got a job. This is my first and only ever, like, I call it like office job, where it was like a call center and it was basically like to people who wanted to order makeup. I was like, that's kind of my thing. I'll just do that for, I think it was 5 months. I did it for knowing that I would be leaving soon. I didn't have to do it for too long. and be moving back to Florida. So we did. We went back. We moved back and started the program. This time we were both working in a restaurant together. And this is a good, God, I can't remember how many years were in between. And we managed to get our own like place together on the property as well. So we were really lucky with that. We didn't have to share with anyone else. It was just us two. So it was like our normal lives. It was like living in our own apartment with our, you know, jobs and, you know, just struggling to live like everyone else does. But it was great. It was such an amazing time and such a great opportunity to go back 2 times. Just before we move on, I want to add some blush. Let me just give a huge shout out to this Instagram page right here. They basically have a service where they have Korean products and I believe some other countries, or just Korean, I can't remember. And they ship them to you if you're unable to get them yourselves. This Mickey Mouse collection was exclusively launched with 3CE, one of my favorite Korean brands. It was exclusively launched in Korea. So it has the mirror and all these blushes here. These lip products also, which are absolutely incredible and so cute. Some of them I'm not opening because, you know, I collect like that. And these like Mickey Mouse brush pouches and like makeup pouches you can put makeup in. And I basically ordered these from them and they were like, no, please let us gift them to you. I was like, you don't have to ask me twice. I thank you so much. So I wanted to give them a shout out as well because these are so incredible. You have a blush right here. I'm a makeup collector, so I do get makeup and sometimes I don't use them. I just like to display them. I have 2 of these, the palette from earlier. This is my usable one. I got it when it was on sale. My other one is up there on a shelf and they did a version that came in like a purple velvet cushion and came with a case and display case, so that is up there not being used. So a lot of this stuff I'm not really, do I use a blush? It is a really nice blush. But then I do also have Kissing a Frog blush with Tiana on the front, which I got mainly because I love her. You know what, that looks too pink. Let's use the thingy one. Guys, sorry if my lens keeps focusing and unfocusing. I think I actually have it on the wrong setting, but we're too far in right now. So yeah, we went back to Florida, and one thing that we both really liked and kind of bonded over on our first program, me and Craig, apart from liking each other also, was the Haunted Mansion, the ride, which is something we kind of both really liked. We would go on it every single time we went to the Magic Kingdom, and me just in general liking the kind of more ghosty things. It was like my favorite thing to be on, the Haunted Mansion. So that was great. And we were lucky enough to get like a backstage tour of the Haunted Mansion and walk around it before the park opened. We got to walk around the ride and see like all the little how things worked and the ride with the lights on and get a closer look at everything. And this opportunity that we got, I was like, there's no way we can do this and I not propose to him. I don't have a Disney highlighter, so I'm just gonna use my Ofra Rodeo Drive, my favorite highlighter. So when we were on a backstage tour of a Haunted Mansion, I proposed to him in the library scene, if you're familiar. He said yes. So we've been engaged ever since then. And this is, I think, why I have such a connection to Disney and Disney World, is because it changed my life completely for, like, you know, in a really positive way. And if I hadn't sent my CV in at like the last hour of the last day, I might have not met my fiance and I wouldn't probably be where I am now, if I'm honest. A lot of people always ask, so it's like, are we ever going to see your fiance on camera? The answer more than likely is no. Same reason I don't post previous like clients' work and things like that, which I have done before, which was a mistake because people out there on the internet, I've chosen to put myself out here online. People can make comments about me all they like, but when you post a picture of somebody, like a bride or something, and then there's somebody like, oh my god, her lips are too big, or all this kind of stuff, that's not very nice for the bride to read, or it's just not a very nice comment. So I subject myself to that willingly by putting my face online. I'm not going to subject people that don't want to get that kind of attention. Not that anyone wants that kind of attention. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to subject that to people to that, you know, who are just trying to like live a normal life, unless they agree to it. So that's my story. That's how I met my fiance. I know a lot of people ask all the time, and it's all Disney related. So for my lips, I just wanted to show you this first. I'm not actually going to use this, but this is a Mickey Mouse lipstick from Besame. which I got quite a while back now. And this is the shade Ink and Paint. And it's one of those ones that reacts to like the pH level balance in your skin, in your lips even, and changes color. I'm not going to use this because I like it too much to use. It smells good too. But I just thought that was really cute. The whole vintage Mickey Mouse, I really like that. I'm actually going to use the Dr. Facilier lipstick from the Colourpop Disney Villains collection. And this is their Luxe lipstick, and this is like a nude colour. Well, I hope it is anyway. I haven't used it yet. Oh my god. Yeah. What is that? It's good. So I hate that colour on me. It's a nice colour, but on me, not so good. So let's go in with the Dose of Colours. This is Rockin' It. You see little Mickey Mouse heads on there. This is their... Oh, I don't know what the product is called. I'll try and find it and put it below. Just to kind of add some nude to that pinky tone. I really don't like pinky red colours on me. I mean, it just looks like my lips now, doesn't it? So I'm going to whack on some lashes. But basically this video was revealing that I'm a man in his late 20s to early 30s who is obsessed with Disney. Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of those people and I'm not ashamed. Listen, I do it in a classy way. Okay, I've definitely stuck my lashes on a bit dodgy, but that is it. This is my Tiana Princess and the Frog inspired look, although I'm pretty sure I've done this look before. But you know what? I feel better already just from sitting here, getting back to normal and talking to you all. So thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope there's a few products there, a few brands that have kind of sparked an interest in you. I'll try and link everything below if it's still available and if I can still find it. I know the Sleeping Beauty palette isn't available anymore, I don't think, but I'll link Best Made Cosmetics anyway, as they do some incredible other pieces also. If you guys just like hearing me talk, for those of you who don't know, I read ghost stories on Mondays. I do my makeup and read ghost stories that my subscribers have sent in to me. So if you're interested in that, I will leave a link up on here also. Or there's a whole playlist. I think we're on episode like 30 or 31. So there's a lot to catch up on. All right, thank you so much for joining me. You're all amazing. I will see you very soon. Have an incredible rest of the week. Bye.